middle there.
Right.
The most important game, 2 games out of that stretch to me is San Antonio and Oklahoma City.
Correct.
You better beat San Antonio.
Correct.
Even though they're the hottest team in basketball.
Which
you know why I say that?
I will be at that game when they play OKC. So that one I'm
good for you.
You talk about like literally like trying to study every single quarter and trying to see how this is where they'll get elite defense thrown at them. Like this is where it's like, all right, how will they make their adjustments against a top elite defensive team like the OKC? Even though they're not the same as they were last year, they still play really good defense to where they can disrupt you at any point of a game. So this is a juggernaut defensively that the Knicks are gonna have to deal with on the home court. So that's gonna be a tough battle to deal with. Again,
it's gonna be tough just because it's on a back-to-back too.
Correct, 100%.
You know, and the back-to-back isn't at home either; it's in Toronto.
It's in Toronto, right?
So that is not going to be an easy game. Now, to me, again, it's San Antonio, Oklahoma City, and the Lakers. The Lakers beat us last time, yes, right?
Right.
Or did we beat them?
No, we beat them. We beat them. We beat them. We beat them.
We
beat them. Yes. I know that for a fact because remember we were pointing out that they hadn't beat the Lakers in the Garden since 2020.
That's right. So, all right. So fuck the Laker game. I don't even care about that game. It's San Antonio, Oklahoma City, and Denver. I think are the 3 most important games. Those are 3 wins I want to see.
Yes, me too.
I think, and if you go 3-3 or 4-3, I'll take it.
And you've proven to beat Denver before.
Exactly.
So
we actually play well against Denver
all the time. That you know what's funny?
Especially in the Cat era.
It's like I told you last time. It's funny how like we talk about how good Denver is and how this team just plays them so well.
Why is that?
I never understood that. Even under Tibbs, like they played Denver so well under Tibbs. It's something about Denver that this team just plays better than they usually do. I don't know what it is, man.
I don't know, man. I think it's something with Cat.
Where he just goes off against them.
No, I just think he's comfortable against Jokic.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think he's comfortable, and you could kind of see it. Like it's because Jokic doesn't play all up on him and stuff. He kind of gives him space, and I think that makes him comfortable. I don't know. That's the way I see it. I mean, you may see it different.
No, that's a good point. I think when we did the post game when they beat Denver in that second
overtime,
we spoke about that. How Cat throughout his career, he's always played well against Joker, and the Nuggets. So. Yeah.
What do you expect to see on Sunday?
It's going to be a tougher battle, to say the least. But I've always said consistency is key with this team. So the energy that you started out with in tonight's game, how can that translate to a team that is much better, and how can you utilize that going into
I have an answer for that.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of the ball like we did tonight in the first half. No turnovers, no stupid plays, and play with pace because they could run.
Yes.
But if we first force turnovers, we could run too.
Yeah.
And we watched that tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
San Antonio is not. I mean, they've proven to be a juggernaut this year.
They're only a few games back of the Thunder right now. They're going nuts.
They've had the Thunder's number this year. They've beat them 3 times.
Wow.
They've had
was
their
it 3 or it might even be 4 times. No, it was 3 in a row. That's right.
I've seen 3. I maybe I missed the game, but 3 enough. Defending champs, and you've beat them the way you've beat them. I think San Antonio has a case to prove themselves that this year they can make some noise.
I'm starting to get a little concerned with Cleveland.
Me too.
Because everything is just coming together for them at the right time. James Harden has definitely uplifted that group. I think they have a very good chance of making us turn into the 4th seed.
Yes.
Are you concerned about Cleveland the way I am?
Yes.
Okay.
They have shown to adapt to James Harden. They've allowed him to play his game. They have made the necessary adjustments around him.
Their
Uh,
defense.
Defense has gotten better, which is funny because what was the one thing we said that they lack of when
Defense.
for him?
Yeah, and we didn't think it was going to get better with Harden, and it has.
Hell no, I didn't think so. But I did say when we spoke about it, I said because they're probably gonna gel well offensively that they're willing to take that risk
Yeah.
because of that. And so far they've played much better defensively. So again, the fact that their one flaw they've gotten better on, and they don't even have to worry about the major positive in their game, and that's their offense. That's a scary team right there.
Yeah.
That is a scary team right there. And again, James Harden, we spoke about it. He's what, top 3 in assists as for in terms of point guard.
Yeah, he's up there.
Dude,
He always is.
that right there, you talk about adjustments. A guy who's 35 can still shoot the ball at an elite level, who can spread the basketball, who can space out the floor as a guard. Like, dude, that
Get to
right
the
there,
line.
dude, they have figured it out within the last 10 games. They went 7-1 since I think what they're 8-1 now. 8-1,
With Harden. I think it's 8-1.
that's scary. Anybody that thinks that the
And
Cleveland
and another problem is, Top, and I don't mean to cut you off, is
no,
Boston's not slipping either.
no, they're getting
They're not
better.
going anywhere.
They're getting
We
better.
we keep thinking they're going to drop, and they don't.
They're getting better. They're getting better. And it's to me, I think I mean, it has a lot to do with the weapons that they still have. They got really good 3-point shooters. Jalen Brown obviously is always he's a juggernaut. But I think it's also Coach Mazzulla utilizing what he
Yeah,
has,
he's the best coach.
getting the most out of his players. Those guys trust him. Those guys believe in his plan. I mean, he won a fucking championship with them for God's sakes. So they're always gonna believe in his philosophy, no matter how long he's there. It's the same thing with Brad Stevens. That's why they never fell off. They knew who they were having. It was pick up the baton, and we're staying where we're at. We're staying in the position of being one of the top 5 teams in our conference as long as we stick to what we know and we trust the people that we do. So Boston's never going anywhere. Yeah.
It's weird too. Like, you're waiting for them. They don't have that secondary star, like you said, like and Tatum, but they just find ways to win night in and night out. I don't understand it, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna drop, and if they do drop, it's gonna be to Cleveland.
Yeah, I think you know what though. I'm gonna be honest with you, Eddie. That right there, we talk about so many matchups in the East. That Cavs and Celtics matchup might be that's a popcorn matchup that I would want to. That's a heavyweight matchup I would want to watch. Right there,
Cavs, Celtics. Oh,
just because they're neck and like they're right there.
I mean, I gotta give if I had to pick gun to my head, I'm saying Celtics are winning that series.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think.
I mean, it's close though. It is close.
I could see it going 6 or 7.
The reason I picked the Celtics is because I think when it counts in the playoffs, they'll defend.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, that's what I'm saying. I choose the Celtics as well. I just if Cleveland keeps his momentum going into the playoffs, I think it'll be a heavyweight matchup for sure. That right there
Yeah.
is okay. Ooh, okay.
So you think we're gonna slip down, or
No,
he's just
I think we stay. I think if we don't pick up Gain in the second spot, I think we stay number 3. I don't think we're that bad to where we're gonna drop. I think
got a couple of questions. Hold
if we
on.
start dropping, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, finish up, and then I got a couple.
No,
We got a
I
couple.
think if we end up dropping to 4th, even though people are gonna be like, "Oh, we're still 4th, we're gonna make," no, there's some concerns there. Like this is where you start questioning Mike Brown and what's going on.
So first question is from Oscar over on YouTube. Appreciate you, Oscar. He asks us, do you think they're still the favorites in the NBA this year? Ooh, I mean, I don't think the Knicks were ever the favorites this year in the NBA. I know early in the year we were definitely considered a team that was going to make the finals, but after all these Detroit games, I can't put the Knicks ahead of Detroit. I think Detroit's going to pack us home if we face them in a playoff series.
I mean,
that's my honest take, Oscar. All right, go ahead. You get it.
Celtics. That's actually who knows, man.
Well, I don't think Tatum's coming back. I don't think they're gonna risk it.
So you think they'll run it back? I mean, they'll run it just with this team?
Because why risk Tatum if Tatum comes back early? Then you risk him losing him for 3 years.
Right.
If he gets hurt, because we saw it happen before. I mean, Klay Thompson, this happened to.
They rushed
Kevin Durant. You can't risk it. So I think he's asking, do you think the Celtics are still the favorites? I don't think the Celtics are the favorites without Tatum, Oscar, to answer your question. And Jennifer asked, do you think this group can get out of the East? Jennifer, I'm going to say no. I think it's Detroit. I think Detroit's going to get out.
I think they can, because the Knicks could show that they could be a different animal. They could be shocking a lot of people in terms of saying, okay, let's say if they happen to face Detroit in the Eastern Conference Finals, they can automatically surprise a lot of people and say, yo, we're a much different team and we're a different animal when we get to the playoffs. Now, of course, that's gonna piss a lot of Knicks fans off at the same time, not to a high extent because they're like, oh, playoffs is playoffs. They're doing it when it matters. But some fans are gonna be like, wait, where was this when the regular season happened? You know what I'm saying? Where again, when we played Detroit in those 3 games, where was this when we played them?
Right.
So although it is gonna be a question mark, I think it could be a situation where the Knicks end up turning up the intensity and playing Detroit much better in the playoffs because it is the playoffs. But again, that's not 100%. I'm not saying that with 100%. That's me going in there with a slight doubt because they are still Detroit and they're doing what they are doing. These guys have had a full year of experience in terms of in terms of that first round matchup against us, and they have sent a message to us in the most disrespectful way possible. They have beaten almost everybody in the East pretty badly.
Yeah.
Like they are you talk about if there's one if you can find this team is as close as they can be to the 2004 Pistons in terms of in terms of defensive energy, intensity, team basketball. There's a lot of comparisons to that 2004 Pistons team that won it that year because of the way that they play. They're playing Detroit basketball the way that they're known to play.
See, I feel you on that, but I'm going to say this. If the Knicks are going to get out of the East, and they obviously have to go to Detroit, a lot of things are going to have to shake their way.
Yes.
All right. They're going to have to they can't go through like Cleveland, Boston, and then Detroit. I think that is just too much to ask. If it's the Raptors, Detroit, Celtics, I think we could get out of the East. Like if we face Detroit, if we hit the 4th seed, and Toronto's the 5th, we get out of that series. Then we play Detroit in that second round, and everybody's healthy. Okay, but I need one thing: OG Anunoby has to be our number 2 versus Detroit. He has to be it. There's no other discussions. If the Knicks want to beat the Pistons, it all lies in the hands of OG Anunoby. Yes, Brunson's going to have to beat Brunson, but we need a number 2. And right now, that 2 is OG Anunoby. If OG Anunoby can be a number 2 in the playoffs against the Pistons, then yes, I have the Knicks beating Detroit. That's the way we could beat Detroit. But that's a lot to ask.
Right. You can't count on Cat being a number 2 right now. He's too inconsistent.
Right. But if now, with that said, Top, if Cat can do what he did tonight, sneaky, quietly good game. 17 and 13 on what did he shoot tonight? He was what do you know what I got it right here. Hold on, give me a second.
That third quarter, he came out firing.
Yeah, Cat was 6 of 13. Perfect.
OG tonight. He was aggressive. He came out blazing hot in that third quarter. It was good to see.
How important is OG to the Knicks defense? You could take that one on top.
Very important. I think
the most important, probably.
When he's on top of his game defensively, there's nobody stopping this guy.
There's nobody that he can't stop. Is really what you meant to say.
Right. Right. Exactly. So,
I mean, we saw him what he did against with the Rockets, right? Who did he shut down? Was it KD? I mean, he was playing great.
He had him on lockdown.
OG Anunoby, to me, is the key to the next season. I no longer view Cat as the number 2 anymore. It's OG.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way it should be. Hey, Cat, listen, get here, give us your 17 and 10, 11, 12 rebounds. I'm fine with that. I'll take that every night. But stop the complaining. Enough. Did you watch it tonight? Did you get sick to your stomach?
I swear to God, I thought he was gonna backhand Mikal at one point because Mikal was trying to tell him you read the you saw. Did you see when they gave up a wide open dunk that Mikal was kind of trying to talk to him before Mike Brown subbed both of them out?
Yeah, sure. In the second quarter, I believe, right?
He wanted to punch Mikal in his face. I'm like, yo, bro, he's just trying to talk. He's just trying to talk to you, bro. Like, relax. I don't know. I think he just gets too much in his bag sometimes, man. It's just like, bro, like,
he's too emotional, man.
He's too emotional, man. It's just like, dude. And I like I know Mikal gets a lot of shit, but I like the fact that Mikal's calling him out. Like, ain't nobody else doing it, man. And like,
yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. Like, I cut Mikal some slack when it comes to that. He's holding his guy accountable.
So, Oscar, to answer your question, how would the Knicks hold up against the Celtics? I think it's a tough series for both teams. Ultimately, though, I'm going to give the Knicks the edge because the Boston doesn't have Tatum. And I think without Tatum, I think the Knicks will be able to get through Boston. But I think it'll be not an easy series. I think it'll go 7 games, probably 6-7 games.
The Knicks have shown the last time the Knicks played the Boston Celtics in Boston and they were fully healthy, the Knicks dominated. So I think you make those certain adjustments, and you obviously take that one into consideration, and you can definitely if you're shooting consistently. I mean, the most important thing for tonight's game was that shots were falling.
Right. Oh, I mean, they were incredible tonight.
Right. So if you can have that against the Celtics, which that was the point last year. Last year, we beat the Celtics fully healthy, but that's also because our shots were falling, especially in the second half, where the Celtics were missing in the second half, and we took advantage of that in almost every possession. So that would be the same key: is your shots need to be falling and your defensive pressure needs to step up.
Yeah,
if you can utilize those two things, I don't see the Celtics giving you. And again, it goes back to Detroit. It's the same thing with Detroit, man. Every miss that Detroit, even whether it's on a fast break, whether it's literally a one-on-one possession, every miss that the Detroit Pistons make, you have to capitalize. And you gotta pressure the ball defensively against this team because they will hurt you. Cade Cunningham knows how to get to his spots. He knows how to break down his defenders. He knows how to distribute the basketball to his teammates. This is what makes him so well. That's what makes it, like everybody says it. The reason that
they have such good chemistry, Top. They have such good chemistry.
And listen, JB Bickerstaff's about to win Coach of the Year because
as he should.
He was playing on a whole different level from last year. Like they have figured it out. And that's what makes them so dangerous. So with a team like that, if you play them in the Eastern Conference Finals, you're going to have to play the best defense you have ever played as a team the entire year. It comes down to that. Because think about it. The Detroit Pistons are not a good three-point shooting team. So they're just like the Celtics in terms of if they don't make an adjustment and they shoot themselves out the game,
they're more physical than the Celtics, though. I will say that. They're much more physical than the Celtics.
That was my next
especially
point.
Down low.
They
I didn't mean to cut you. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. They feed off physicality. They are a team that feeds off physicality. So when you're more physical than them, it takes them out the rhythm. and it's all about making adjustments with that team. Whatever they put out there against you, you gotta readjust. And I think that's where Mike Brown's coaching experience is really gonna come into full effect if he can make those adjustments. His coaching decision has been in question a lot this year in terms of like
Rightfully so.
100% because JB Bickerstaff has outcoached him 3 games straight. Like
Yeah.
he's owned you.
Also,
So
too, I mean, they got to figure out what to do with Brunson.
I agree.
Brunson's got to figure it out. I mean, they throw the big man at him. I mean, they threw Kyle Kuzma tonight on Brunson, and he stopped them for a little bit. So like, Brunson's got to figure it out. He's got to get a bigger man on him. He's got to learn.
They're gonna throw Thompson on him because Thompson guards him.
Yeah, of course.
So it's all about adjustment.
See, with the Celtics, or the matchup with the Celtics is the Celtics don't have Detroit's physicality. What the Celtics have is IQ.
Yes.
They just beat you with smart plays. They beat you with executing. They beat you with smart shot selection. They don't commit a lot of turnovers. They don't shoot themselves in the foot. They're just a well-run team, well-coached team like we mentioned before. But Detroit just has the talent edge. They have the continuity. They have the chemistry. They have everything. Right. So that's where the matchup. But I still think the Knicks are favored in a series versus Detroit. I do.
Yeah.
Excuse me, a series versus Boston.
Yeah, me too. I think everybody's expecting the Knicks to, if they're playing like we know that they can play. I think it's coming down to an Eastern Conference matchup between the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. I think that's what everybody.
Or it could be a second round matchup. It could be. I mean, I don't know. Because remember, Cleveland is definitely a very good regular season team. I do think if the Knicks could salvage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, in the next 6 games, if the Knicks could go 4-2 or 3-3, then you got 7 cupcake games in a row. I could give you the schedule if you want.
Where you can just straight dominate and give yourself a gap.
You could give yourself 7 wins in a row.
Yeah, right.
I'll give you the schedule after. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. I had it before. I got it. So you got, obviously, like I said, you got San Antonio. Then you got Toronto at Toronto.
Which I think we could win.
You could win. Then you got home to Oklahoma City on the back-to-back. Don't trust that. That's probably an L.
Don't trust that, but you know what, though, Eddie? That kind of smells like a shocking win. I don't know. There's one of those games where it's like because they're home. It just their defensive intensity might be a little bit high, and they might be playing solid defense because they know who they're playing against. That one I gotta put a question mark. I can't necessarily say it's gonna be an
L. I hope it's a win, but based on the last couple of years,
yeah,
it's been a loss.
Yeah,
but we hope. After that, it's Denver. I think we could get a win there, but I think it's 50-50.
That one, yes, I could because we're playing in Denver.
Correct. And then you got Lakers, Clippers back to back. They're probably going to split that.
Yeah.
I hope that. I mean, I think the Knicks could beat both of them.
I think so too. But it's a back to back. The
back to back, exactly. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. And then after that, it's like a cupcake. It's Cupcake City, like I said. You got Utah, Indiana, Golden State. Okay, whatever. They're not that good. Indiana again, home at Brooklyn, win. Home to Washington, home to New Orleans, at Charlotte.
If you can give me those 5 wins right there, oh my God.
It's 8 games. If you could go 6-1, 7-1, 6-2, I think that bails you out. And that probably keeps you in the 3 spot.
Yeah.
Depending on what Boston's going to do.
Yeah. Because Boston has to lose for us to kind of gain some ground.
So, with that said, I think we covered enough Knicks. think it's time, and let me announce it. It's time to talk some New York Mets. And the news of the day was, let me actually share the screen here, was this. Hold on, give me a second, because I'm not good with this stuff as you are. Hold on. Give me a sec.
By the end of the season, who do you think is more likely to be the Mets' ace, Freddie Peralta or Nolan McLean?
Oh, this was a question I love answering. I think for the Mets to go where they want to go and really be the World Series contender they want to be, it's probably best that Freddie Peralta is pitching like the ace and that it almost looks like you have co-aces. What you don't want here is obviously either of these guys either getting injured or for Nolan McLean, maybe feeling too much pressure and the sophomore slump kind of comes into things, if you can even call it a sophomore season with only 8 starts. But I think for the Mets to go where they want to go, Peralta starting a postseason game 1 is ideal.
All right. So there you have that. What is your take on that?
She's right. Peralta, the more experienced pitcher. He's been a number 1 option under Milwaukee for a good amount of his career. He was their ace before they traded him to us. And you start with your 1 and 2 top guns in that rotation, and then from your 1 and 2, then your 3 through 5 or 3 through 6 can definitely be moved in terms of how you want that to happen. But I think your best arms right now would have to be Freddie Peralta and then Nolan McLean, especially because Nolan is coming into his 2nd year. I would
First
say
full season.
So you got to take that into consideration. But yeah, I think that's exactly how it would go. I mean, they announced him today to be the opening day starter, so I'm assuming McLean is probably going to start that game.
I think when it's all said and done, at the end of the season, Nolan McLean is going to be our ace. I think he's going to be our best pitcher. I think he's got the best stuff. If he doesn't get hurt and he doesn't get tired, he's able to do a full season, 150, 160 innings. I think McLean has the higher ceiling. Now, I'm not saying Peralta's not an ace. I'm not saying that. Right. I think McLean has the chance to have the higher ceiling. I think if this team is going to be like I think it is, I think McLean's going to be the ace.
Yeah, I mean, he's
and Peralta's going to be that number 2, and that's like DeGrom and Scherzer in 2022. You could have take your pick. They're both going to be that good for me.
Yeah. It works out. It works out for both. It works out for both. That's kind of why I like that. I like this duo a lot.
Now, let me ask you this. Let's see on this one. Let me bring this one up. Hold on.
Of all-star caliber quality.
Let me start
he had the best season of his career.
I mean, the Mets didn't bring Peralta to the Mets to not be the opening day starter, but JJ, what's your reaction to all this?
Well, you nailed it, Nikki.
Yeah,
precisely, right? You have a pitcher of all-star caliber quality. He had the best season of his career. You go and give up big prospects to get him. You have to honor Freddie Peralta, to me, with that nod of being your opening day starter. And look, don't get me wrong. You just mentioned Nolan McLean, Maggie. I love me some Nolan McLean, but he is a pitcher that has made, a handful of big league starts? You go and get Freddie Peralta. You say, hey, big boy, you're pitching for a contract. You're our ace. You're our go-to guy. Let's go and make a statement right out of the chute.
Well, he might have that new contract by the time we get to opening day. Let's keep our eye on that. But Carlos Mendoza was funny because he said, of course he's the opening day starter. I've just been waiting for you guys all to ask me about it. And let's think about opening day. What is that all about? Handling nerves, handling the fact that everyone on the team gets announced, all the coaching staff, the training staff, the pomp and circumstance of it all. It's just such a big day. You want somebody who has that experience, calm the nerves down. Then you get the off day. Then you really settle into the season with that second game. It just makes so much sense to start Peralta there.
Okay, so what I got out of that, Okay, I have no problem with them naming Peralta the ace. Opening day starter, as he should be. He's the guy with the resume. But what I took out of that was that Peralta maybe re-signed. What's your take on that?
I mean, I think he'll resign. I mean, he looks like he
before opening day, because if we could resign this guy before opening day, I am going to be ecstatic. Ecstatic.
It's hard to tell. I think they could get a deal done. I mean, they did it with Francisco Lindor when they traded for him. They signed him literally the day before opening day. They could get a deal done, but it's also on Freddie Peralta kind of saying, you know what, I even though I do respect him a lot because he has said in interviews already that they have his back. You see how well he's gelling with the players. You see how comfortable he looks. So obviously those are good signs. But these players do understand too that this could be their last opportunity in a free agency market. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he wants to just see that and see what his options
You think he
are.
wants to test free agent waters, is what you're trying to say?
Just to see, because you never know if he ever gets that opportunity again.
Let me ask you this, though. What would it take to keep Peralta here? What does a deal like that look? For me, I think it's going to be 5 years, $85 million. 185 million. $35 million a year. Is that too much or is that too little? What do you think?
That's actually not. That's actually, yeah, I think he would say yeah to that.
You think it's an overpay?
Not for him, no. He's you look at his numbers, he's been amazing as a starter. Like he's been getting,
I mean, it's not, we're not giving him 70 million a year. We're not giving 50 million. I think 35 million a year over 5 years. I think that's a good deal.
That's not a bad deal. Plus, like I said, every year he's gotten better. Just look at his numbers.
Right.
I think
so it would be, hold on, it would be 175 million. It would be 5 years, 175, right? Yeah. So I think that's a fair offer. Would he take it?
That's if he would take it, yeah. I think that's the question. I would definitely offer him that. So
the only question is whether he takes it. If he takes it, hey, it's a good position. We gotta
David Stearns has done a good job.
All right. Here's a question for us. So the Mets better after overhauling the roster. They lost big names like Pete Alonso, but also added depth. The Mets are much better in my eyes. They're a much better clutch team. They're a much better put together team. Again, I think that old group went as far as it could. I think what happened is done. I think they needed this. Alonso's going to hit home runs for Baltimore, and I don't care. I don't care at all.
Enough's
let
enough.
Let him hit 50 home runs. Good.
Yeah, enough's enough. I'm done with Alonso. I'm done with the
Diaz, all of them.
Yeah, they're not here no more. This team is better. I don't care about Pete.
No. And a lot of people are all crazy about it. I don't understand why. Who cares?
The fascination.
It's that they want. I don't know. I think it's a lot of like headline bullshit.
I mean, listen, Baltimore's only 5 hours away. You can make the drive if you guys care that much. Like
exactly,
it doesn't matter. You can make the drive. It doesn't hurt.
What's your take on Bo Bichette on third base so far?
I think he's pretty good. I think he's solid.
I do too.
Are
you worried? Because a lot of people are also, oh my God, the sky's falling. He can't make a throw. Yada yada yada. I think he's going to be fine.
I think he's going to be fine. I think he lives for those moments. People expect me to fail in a position that I've never played in. Cool. I'm going to show them that I can adapt. I'm going to show them that I can make adjustments. That at the end of the day, I'm still the player that I know I can be, regardless of what the question marks are. And I think he's going to have a big year. I do think because of that big year that he's going to have this year with us, he's going to opt out. But I also think that there's a good chance if he enjoys the vibe of the clubhouse and he enjoys his season that he could opt in, and change the expectations of what people think he's going to do after this season, but I think he's going to have a big year. I think people are expecting him to fall off because of him not going back to Toronto, the injury history. Philly fans are wishing negative on him because he, decided not to take Philly's offer. There's so many people that are wishing that are on his downfall that I think he's going to have a big year. He's going to surprise a lot of people.
I do too. I think he's going to hit over 300. I think we're going to see 20 plus homers. I think we're going to see over 30, 35 doubles easy. 90 RBIs without question. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be a big piece for us. Big piece for us. And it's going to be a new look Mets, and I like it. I'm all for it.
Me too. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for the season, bro. Like I'm very excited. Very excited. Like I know we say that every year, but like I think this team, in terms of just this is Davis. This right here is the definition of Davis Stearns and the team that he wants. This is his team. You know what I'm saying? This now he's full reins. This team, I feel like this team could win the division with the way that they are. There's really no pressure on anybody, in my opinion. I think they're gonna play more freely in terms of Lindor, Soto, like guys that have been here. Like now there's no issues with the core. They gave it a 5-year run and they didn't do shit. David Stearns thought it was time was up and he decided to break it apart. And I think with a fresh new team, guys that are veterans, guys who've been leaders and that have shown that they can win at a high level, that makes for a success. That makes I just love the way he's gone about it. And the funny thing is it's not even funny. It's impressive that his philosophy was always contact and run prevention, and he never got away from that. He's gone through the entire offseason going through his philosophy and what he believed in. And Steve Cohen has said it multiple times, this is his team. I just want them to come back and just let me know what the process is, but this is his team. I'm giving him full reign.
Now, when it comes to right field, I think Benj is going to win the job.
I think so too. A
lot of people are saying Talkman. A lot of people are saying, I forget the other guy's name. Forgot his name, but a lot of people think Talkman might win it. I think Benj is going to get it.
I think Benj is going to get it too. The only way I don't see Carson Benj getting it is if he goes into spring training and he doesn't have a really good spring training, but he's
a train wreck.
He's been off to a good start. That kid is a total package. I'm sure we all saw what David Stearns saw in him, and there's a reason why David Stearns was laying out the red carpet for him since the start of the GM's meeting when he was mentioning Carson Benj and the possibilities for him. That kid, that kid, he looks like he's ready. I would not be shocked if he starts opening day as our right fielder, man. Honestly,
what would it? I mean, he'd have to have a really bad spring training for him not to get that job.
Correct.
I think if he, shows up, hits, I think he's a right fielder. I do, and I think it's Talkman who's going to be the backup.
Correct.
So I don't know. I think it's his. I think it's his job to lose.
Right.
Do you have any concerns for the Mets so far in spring training?
No, sir.
None.
Nope. Spring training has looked exactly how I thought it'd be. Our top prospects that are in spring training right now are performing to their highest ability. You're seeing guys like Ryan Lambert. You're seeing guys like AJ Ewing. AJ Ewing had a big day yesterday. Ryan.
Yeah. What's your take on AJ Ewing? I'm like
AJ. He's good.
Really?
That kid's a stud.
But where does he fit?
I mean, once Luis Robert's done, most likely he'll get the call up.
What do you mean by done?
So Luis Robert has 1 year left of his deal.
Right.
So I don't think the Mets are going to re-sign him.
Unless if he plays well, they will.
Monster year. But AJ Ewing is ready. So
to be a center fielder.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's more next year than this year, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
okay.
They traded for a full year of Luis Robert Jr. And I think unless he has a monster year and they want to bring him back, I think if Luis Robert Jr. doesn't come back, AJ Ewing will be your center fielder.
How about Devin Williams?
Big year for him. He gave up a bomb today that
Which I could care less about.
Yankee fans making it a big deal.
Yeah, of course. I saw that on the timeline.
They miss him more than they want to make fun of him, and they just don't want to tell the truth. It is what it is. But I think he's gonna shock a lot of people. I think people are praying for his downfall, like Bouchette, because he came to the Mets and he really wasn't shit for the Yankees, even though he did have a solid second year. Yankee fans seem to kind of forget about that when they talk about him. Same thing with Luke Weaver. That's another guy that the Mets took from the Yankees. I think they're in a better position now, and I think they're going to shock a lot of people. Again, we've already shown that we've taken Yankee hit players and turned them into success. Clay Holmes is a perfect example of that. We turned him into a starter. He finished the year with a 12-6 record. ERA would just hit the threes. Top of the
How about this, Top? How about this? I think Devin Williams is going to be the best closer in baseball for the Mets this year.
I think he's going to be better than Edwin Diaz this year.
I do too. I think Devin Williams is going to be the best closer in MLB. And I think there's a reason why Stearns went out and got him so quick at the price he got him. I am not worried about Devin Williams at all. And I think he's going to prove why he's always been a top 3 closer in baseball. Prove it. Facts.
It's gonna be an interesting year this year, man. I'm telling you. A lot of pieces that people are looking at it from perspective of these guys. He's getting guys that aren't playing their normal position. He's getting guys that don't seem to be consistent success, and they're gonna prove him wrong.
Let me ask you this.
Excited.
So me and you both are, I think, lockstep on Devin Williams being one of the best. We both think I don't think Diaz is going to be terrible, but I don't think Diaz is going to be as dominant as he was last year with the Mets.
I agree.
What do you think could go wrong for the Mets? If there's any.
Your offense can get cold at certain times. Your pitching, I think, would be the issue if it doesn't go right, and that's bullpen, and that's your rotation. Offense, I have no question that they're gonna be good because they are contact hitters. There's a certain reason why David Stearns went after who he went after, especially with that number of being 0-72.
Yeah.
8th inning. He wants to eliminate that because that was an embarrassment. But if your pitching doesn't go well and there's a lot of inconsistencies with that, that kind of hurts your team in a way because your offense. There are going to be games where your offense is not going to have it, and that's okay. That's part of baseball. But when your pitching is not there on a consistent basis, it's hard to win games like that.
Yeah, but you know what though? The Mets got so many guys. You're talking about the two-headed monster at the top, McClain and Peralta. I'm not worried about those guys. Then you got guys like Minaya, Peterson, Senga, Holmes. Holmes, I think, slots in. So Holmes is your number 3 starter.
Mm-hmm.
And if Peterson, Senga, Minaya, 2 of those 3 works, I think the Mets are fine in their starting pitching. I do.
You also talk about Tobias Myers.
As a reliever. Oh, you're talking about the relief pitching now.
Well, he's also been a starter. So if one,
but so far he's going to be in the pen though. No,
he'll start the year in the pen, but they have put out articles that the Mets are interested in putting him as a starter in certain games.
Who comes out then? Right? Who goes to the bullpen? It's not going to be Holmes.
No, it's definitely not going to be Holmes, and I don't think it's going to be Senga either. It'll probably be Minaya.
I could live with that.
Just depends.
If Minaya goes to the pen, he's going to be that what do they call them? The opener. He'll be like the opener / like long man.
Yeah.
That's where I see Minaya if he goes to the bullpen.
I agree. I could definitely because he's older.
Yeah, I honestly think the Mets have a lot of good things going for them. I do. I think they're one of the best teams in baseball.
It started with breaking the core, man. Davis.
Listen, that core had to go.
He took a risk, and so far the way he pivoted, he pivoted really well.
Yeah, I don't think the starting pitching is gonna be inconsistent. I don't.
Yeah.
I think we have enough.
Yeah, I think we're good, man.
I do too. I think the Mets are in very good position.
I think
very good.
Season's gonna be a very fun year. I feel it. I know I have very good aspirations for this team this year.
I don't think the Mets are gonna win the division, but they're definitely a wild card team.
I could definitely. I would have to kind of see the Braves. The Braves are kind of getting a little bit older,
but they're still good.
They're still good.
To me, they're still the team to beat.
They're getting
because I think Philly's going to take a step back. I think we're second.
Yeah, no, I don't think Philly. I don't think Philly is who they are this year. Who they think they are. It would be a toss up between the Mets and the Braves, but I like I said,
the Mets and the Braves. That's the division.
Like I said, they're getting older. Their pitching staff is getting older.
But they'll stay execute though.
Yeah, but again, it's only for a matter of time. And remember, you actually like this guy. They lost a big power in their lineup, Marcell Ozuna.
Where did he go?
Pittsburgh.
That's a good signing for them.
So
no pressure whatsoever.
No, because he's not going anywhere.
Right. And he'll be fine there.
He'll hit a lot of bombs over there.
All right.
Sure. But yeah.
Any other topics you think are relevant for the Mets?
Nah, man. I would say let's continue watching spring training. Watching our young guys kind of get their chance to really show out what they could show out and get that opportunity to make the opening day roster. And yeah, man, this is where, we always talk about the prospects and, the Mets are top at top when it comes to being one of the best farm systems in the league right now. So this is what you're seeing. You're seeing that on full display in spring training. So for a lot of you guys that don't watch the minor leagues, this is the best chance you'll get in terms of the best prospects that we have. And yeah, man, this is a good opportunity. We're rounding out the first 3-4 weeks of spring training so far, and we're getting to March. By the time you know it, we'll be at March 26th, and opening day is going to be here. So, and the weeks go by fast, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun one. But I would say for those of you that really want to know what our young guys are doing, really tap into spring training and really just pay attention to their at-bats, their approach, the swings that they're taking, how they're laying off pitches. Normally what you would do with your main guys in your starting lineup, do it with the young kids just to see where their mindset is at, because it's very important for our development.
I think Luis Robert is going to have a big season for the Mets.
Yeah, that's my.
I think he's going to have a very good year for the Mets. Do I think he's going to do what he did in Chicago? No. But I think he's going to be somewhere along in the middle. I think he's going to hit you 20-something home runs. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to steal you a ton of bases. And I think he's going to be an elite center fielder.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Carson Benj makes that right field position. And I think he comes out and I think he performs well. Like I said, I think Devin Williams is going to be the top closer in baseball this year for the Mets. Mm-hmm. And I think their starting pitching is okay. And I think their bullpen is elite.
I agree.
Right. So that's where I'm at with the Mets. I literally, the only people I'm concerned with the Mets is Alvarez and I do think one person takes a step back, and I think that's Lindor. But I don't think it's a big step back. But he still shows up and he still plays. So even though he takes a step back offensively or defensively, he's still Lindor. So I'm okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think
I think he's still okay, even if he takes a step back.
I don't really see him taking a step back. Because he's always been consistent. I just think that injury,
Alvarez to me takes the biggest step back.
Depending on the LV that you get, if you're gonna get yourself another LV where it's like 2024 and 2025 where he's kind of struggled, and I know part of it's been injuries, but he's been very inconsistent. Then
that's who I expect. Just inconsistent Alvarez.
Yeah, we're hoping that we get close to 2023 of Alvarez.
Right.
Give us something close to that, and this lineup is going to be one of the best lineups in baseball this year for sure.
Agreed. I think we're one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, 100%. But I think we're just a lot of people are kind of sleeping on us, and I like that.
Oh, let him.
I like that. I like going into the season.
I do too.
He kind of looks at us like, oh, you can't get the job done because you have this and you have that, and this isn't going to work, and that's not going to work. And it's like, okay, cool. I like that. Because I don't want to hear nothing when this team makes the playoffs. And then it's like, oh, they made it to the NLC. I don't want to put, I don't want to, go OD, but it's like, oh, if this team makes it to the NLCS, what are you going to say now? You can't blame Bo Bichette for being out of position. You can't blame Carson.
Bo Bichette's going to have a big year.
He's gonna go fucking off.
Right.
You want to know the best part is when he gets booed in Philly and he hits like 2 bombs in Philly because Philly fans are mad.
Just give me the clutch hits, bro.
That's it.
He's gonna get those hits, lead the NL in hits, which he can.
He'll be fine.
Robert's gonna be fine.
He'll be fine. They'll all be fine, bro.
I agree, man.
They seem like the vibes are great in spring training. Everybody's getting along. Everybody's laughing, vibing out, having a great time. I'm sure they can't wait for the season to start.
Yeah, I don't see many flaws in this team.
You're getting a second year in Juan Soto. I don't know if you saw the interview. Juan Soto, they asked him about MVP, and Ohtani.
He's probably going to win the MVP.
He's going to dominate. Second year of Juan Soto, he looks more comfortable. He looks happy. He looks less stressed. He looks like
less pressure.
And when there's less pressure on a guy that's coming for blood for an MVP award, bro, he's
less pressure on Lindor too.
I can't even put into words about what a year Soto's probably gonna have this year.
I agree.
It's about to be a movie. I'm telling you, Eddie. Be ready when they go to Miami because I think this might be a team that I can honestly say they can play Miami better than what the last year's team.
They won't go out like a bunch of pussies like last year's team did.
Right, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
All right, bro. I'm gonna wrap it there. Any final thoughts? Anything like that?
Man, it's good to have you back, man. I hope everything went well. I know.
Everything's good, brother.
I hope everything goes well. My guy Eddie was out here sunbathing and on vacation. I'm just playing.
No, so why does it go? As you can say now.
No, man. Yeah, no. It's good to have you back, bro. It's crunch time for the Knicks. Got to win every game you possibly can before getting into the playoffs. Feels good to have baseball back, and we already touched on the Mets. And yeah, man, we're in the right spot for content. A lot of content going to be made within both teams being in the fresh of some good. Knicks are in the middle of trying to play some important basketball, while the Mets are trying to start a season of redemption and trying to rewrite the wrongs. So I'm excited. New York got a lot of things on the horizon.
Appreciate you, Top. Appreciate everybody that came in here tonight. Appreciate you guys coming back in full strength, and we'll see you Sunday night again.
Yeah.
With that said, everybody, thank you and good night, everybody.